What's up, guys, and welcome back to Wake Up Entertainment. So yesterday, Advocate Mnisi had a terrifying moment of disaster in the courtroom after he had came and said, I need more time to be able to finish all the pages that are related to Mnisi. So Judge Rata at first seemed inconsiderate, but if you listen to this clip again, you'll see that he is making sense. And the issue is on these advocates, they were cross-examining across the board.
And the final postponement, I can only give you up to Tuesday. Tuesday is the holiday.
After Monday, it's a holiday.
Yeah, what's the date on Tuesday?
Just quickly checking the date.
As it please the court, my lord, I do not want to interject. However, if the court says that, it's only saying that I must come next week ready.
So what?
If the court is saying that I should come next week ready to proceed with the matter,
why not?
then I'm going to request that I be excused from representing accused number one, because I can't do that.
You can say that
Thank
on
you.
Tuesday.
Yes.
But this case is postponed to Tuesday. You said the date is
22nd.
22nd. Mr. Mnisi, you have had enough, more than enough time. 2 months and 3 weeks. That's what we accorded you. It's a postponement. And you have been in this trial since when my predecessor, Judge Maumela, was seized with the matter. And every day you were listening to evidence which was adduced. It's not like you're a new counsel coming into the matter cold. No. That's why I told you, you were cross-examining across the board, all of you. Even was clearing where your clients were not involved in confessions. All of you cross-examined, and I allowed it. Because you argued that our clients are, are charged with a common purpose. So we are entitled to cross-examine on each and every aspect. I said, okay, fine.
So that is the issue that Judge Rata has with Advocate Mnisi. Because if you listen to previous trials, you see that all these defense advocates, from Ngumalo to Advocate Mnisi, they would cross-examine for accused 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, mixing everything up here and there. Because they were arguing that our clients are charged with a common purpose, so we have to cross-examine for these clients and uncover alternative scenarios, because with Mtobisi Mncube, some of these things are linked with Mnisi, and Judge Rata actually allowed that to happen in court. But now Advocate Mnisi, after being given a generous 3 months by Judge Rata, he comes back and says, I can't represent Mnisi, I need more time. Well, from Judge Rata's perspective, Advocate Mnisi is already familiar with this case because he has heard and questioned these witnesses on aspects relevant to all the accused, including accused 1. So because of this prior extensive involvement, the learning curve for Advocate Mnisi to represent accused 1 is arguably like less steps than if a completely new lawyer is entering into this case. So Advocate Mnisi already possesses a substantial understanding of all the arguments and all the evidence that has been presented by the state. So that's the perspective of Judge Rata. Because the only thing that Advocate Mnisi has to be doing is just to leverage existing knowledge. You've gained you've been there in previous cross-examination. You just have to leverage the knowledge that you just have, and including these 3 months that you've been given. There is absolutely no reason for Mnisi not to be able to represent Mnisi. But a question that somebody else might ask is that, is it fair for Judge Rata to hold this cross-examination across the board that these guys were doing, for Judge Rata to hold it against Advocate Mnisi and say, you have to be able to do this after 3 months? You have no reason not to be able to do this. because this might be like a tactical delay by Advocate Mnisi. You never know, to try and delay this case, because after going through 3 good months, you never know, Advocate Mnisi might have picked up something or might have read something, and then it connected with what Mtobisi Mncube did or something. And Advocate Mnisi is seeing that, oh my goodness, if I go and cross-examine for accused number 1, maybe I might end up incriminating both these clients. So maybe he has seen something. And Judge Rata is trying to prevent unnecessary delays, because these lengthy postponements, are detrimental to the administration of justice. Because here, Judge Rata, he is looking at something like a judicial discretion, and he is considering fairness to other parties. The judge also is like considering the rights and the interests of the state, the witnesses, and the victim's family, because he also like looked at Brigadier Kininda. Kininda has been on the stand for quite some time now as a witness, and he also has like other professional duties to attend to, rather than to always be waiting and waiting for this trial. He has to be doing something else. And I doubt that Kininda is being paid to be a witness in this Senzo meyiwa trial. So obviously, by being on this trial, this is detrimental to his income. So Judge Rata is looking at all of these factors. So this is now a question of who is right and who is wrong. Because when you look at Advocate Mnisi, he has a valid point if he genuinely believes that he cannot provide effective representation for accused 1 within the given time frame. So his ethical obligations might compel him to argue for more time. But the challenge with Advocate Mnisi is that when he requested for more time, he didn't even give a time frame this time around. He simply said that I am going to go back and read all of this material. And when we open again in the court session, I am going to tell the court that I'm ready, or maybe I'm not ready. So this time around, Advocate Mnisi does not want to be tied to a specific time frame. And that on its own is very dangerous, because Advocate Mnisi can simply come back again after 3 months and say, I'm not ready. Then the court session closes and we return back after 4 months and he says, I'm not ready. It's a little bit crazy if you think about it, and that's why Judge Rata is sort of like drawing the line this time around and saying 1 week or nothing. So here Judge Rata is balancing the accused's rights, the rights of the witnesses, the rights for efficient justice, the rights for the advocates, for their ethical obligations, and dealing with any potential tactical delays. So as for me, after listening to that clip, I think Judge Rata is on the right side on this one. And Advocate Mnisi's request to simply say that I need more time is unacceptable. Because honestly, if Advocate Mnisi had seen that he needs more time, then maybe he should have updated the court, 1 month in, or maybe 3 weeks in, to say that I'm not going to be able to finish this after 3 months. But he had to wait for the entire 3 months to exhaust, then to just come tell the court that I can't do this, give me more time, and this time around, I don't want to be restricted to a time frame. It's unacceptable if you think about it. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Is Advocate Mnisi justified or not? Or maybe you support Rata or not? I'll catch you guys on the next one.